Welcome back to How to PvP Like a Boss, Part 3. And in this first clip is me and my boys, Lefty, Manly Men aka Aim, and Shark, the burst DPS Nightblade. I try to go for a quick kill on this guy, but there's a healer in the background that I didn't quite notice yet. So he survives my burst and my soul assault, but I see the fireball, so I immediately locate the healer. My main priority right now is to make sure this healer dies, because it'll make it a lot easier on my team when we're killing other people without this guy spamming heals in the background. So I catch him with a Magicka Detonation, Curse, Crystal Fragment, Crushing Shot combo, and I make quick work of him. Aim is low, he needs some help. I give him a healing ward and a ball of light in between the whole EP group to buy him a little bit of time to get his resources back. Now it's on to the next target. This guy's out of resources. I pump him with a quick soul assault. He's out of here. Now the odds are even. 3v3. They didn't stand a chance with 3v5, so they really don't stand much of a chance now. And Shark didn't even join the fight yet. So this is the next target. I go for him. He's on the ground. Shark finishes him before my hard-casted Crystal Fragment even goes out of my hands. And this guy is just basically buying time, because he should just let it happen, because it's going to happen. Our team works really well together, and that's why we were able to come out on top in this particular fight. So I'm going to pump him with the Soul Assault. Aim's going to hit him with the Jesus Beam, and we're going to send him to the upper rim. And in this fight is a Dragon Knight who strayed a little bit too far away from his group. I'm with Lefty Lucy, but this Dragon Knight thought that he could take me in a 1v1, so I decided to pull him off a little bit to the side so it can just be me and him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump him with as much DPS as I can, and I'm going to try and get the knockdown because I have a frag proc. I get the knockdown, I proc another frag, and I finish him. Now I can go help my buddy Lefty, because Lefty doesn't put out much DPS, but he's almost unkillable. So he has a sniper on him. I go for the sniper with the Detonation Curse combo. I hit him with a Rune Cage because he's running, and I finish him off with a few crushing shocks. And RU Jellin is trying to get away to some AD help, and there's an AD Nightblade right there. I drop an Atro on him for some added DPS, and I finish him. I'm trying to tell Lefty at this point that we should back off, because Jellin is pulling us to the main road near the Elysia Bridge, and there's always tons of AD here. Lefty isn't quite as mobile as I am, and he knows what's going to happen, so we call for the retreat. I'm going to use my mobility to get out of there and live to fight another day so I can come back and revive Lefty when I get a chance. And here's a fight between me and a really good Sorc named Calamity. One thing about this Sorc's build is he has extremely high DPS, but he has extremely low resource management and sustain compared to my build. So what I'm going to do is go for burst DPS on this guy with Magicka Detonation until I'm hitting the back with power overloads, as you can see, by none other than Lord Magicka. Calamity is a very respectful player, and he decided not to jump me at this point, and I have nothing but respect for that. So he allows me to go ahead and 1v1 Lord Magicka, and right now Lord Magicka is completely on the defensive because my burst DPS is really high with Magicka Detonation, Degeneration, Curse, and Crystal Fragment procs. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do that same exact combo on him, proc a Crystal Fragment with Degeneration, hardcast another Crystal Fragment, and finish him off with a Crushing Shock all at the same time. Now it's back to our duel. One thing Lord Magicka allowed me to do was spend a little bit of time and figure out exactly what I should do to finish Calamity off. Like I said before, he has a huge weakness, and as you can see, he has really low health and really low stamina sustain. So once this guy's out of stamina and he can't CC break, there's not much he can do to stop my burst DPS. And since my burst DPS is blowing away his damage shields, he's forced to block a lot more than he should. So I'm blowing away his stamina, and now he's out, so I drop an Atro. So now I'm going to put my Magicka Detonation Curse, Degeneration, a proc of frag, and his shields are completely gone. So at this point he's out of stamina, no shields. I'm going to hard cast Fragments, and on his last fragment here I'm going to proc a Degeneration of boosted damage, and I hit him with a 10k fragment for the kill. Good game, good night. And here was an EP ganker who tried to pump me with a few arrows but noticed that I wasn't the squishy sork that he thought I was. So what I'm going to do here is the same as that combo I've been using. Magicka Detonation, Curse, Degeneration, and then I'm going to proc a Crystal Fragment and smack him in his face with it when his guard is down. You can really one-shot people when you use your build correctly. Now I'm not set up for DPS, but I use my build correctly and I can pull some extremely high DPS given the right situation. So right now I have another DK on me. This guy is a Magicka DK. He accidentally drops a standard. I'm sure he meant to Dragon Leap me or something. And now I'm being sniped and another guy joins the fight. I'm not even sure what he is at this point. So I get my Atronach down to buy me a little bit of time and even the odds somewhat. The Dragon Knight isn't healing, so I put a curse on him and I proc a Crystal Fragment and I knock the other guy down. I notice how squishy he is, so my job is to hop on him and get him down as soon as possible. So I hit him with a hard casted frag. I get CC'd, a CC break, and I put the curse on this guy because he's trying to run, and I turn around and fight the other guys because cool guys don't look at explosions. 1 down, 2 to go. So I have a Nightblade and the DK on me. I dodge roll to avoid that burst DPS, and I'm going to Ball of Lightning here to make sure I buy myself time for my healing ward to go off. So what I'm going to do now is get my Atro down because I have the ultimate ready, and this is going to even the odds yet again. So I put the curse on him, I proc a frag, I get the knockdown, my Atro finishes. Curse on him, proc the frag, get the knockdown, my Atro finishes. If you use your build correctly, you can pull some nasty DPS. Now I'll go back in stealth and wait for the next victims. And in this fight, I have a Sork on me. His name is Zevenex. We run into each other a lot and he clearly doesn't like me. But I'm not worried about him right now because I see that there's about 4 or 5 EP dudes in stealth and they're ready to jump on us. So even if I did kill Zevenex, I would still get trampled over by this EP group. So my goal is to try to take on the EP group, hoping that Zevenex stops being such a douche and helps me out. And that's exactly what he does. He gives me a few Crystal Fragments and he takes out one of those guys, and now I have help. And this is a pretty easy fight because Zevenex is a hard-hitting Sork. He drops a meteor on that guy, me and my Atro finishes. There's a Nightblade in my face. I hit him with a hard-casted Crystal Frag and a curse. He's down. And now there's another Sork in my face. I'm going to hit him with a proc frag. I proc another frag. He's down. And now I'm going to go help Zevenex finish the EP Nightblade so that I don't have to worry about anybody getting revived during me and Zevenex's 1v1. So I'm going to keep curse on this Nightblade so it'll knock him out of stealth and he doesn't get away. But Zevenex honestly doesn't have any honor in him. He immediately jumps on me, so what I need to do is get my resources back because I was already low from that huge fight with the EP guys just there. So I pop a potion, I'm going to buff up, and I'm going to get into my power overload bar. He doesn't have Ball of Lightning on, so he doesn't really have a counter for power overload, and as you can see, it smacked all his damage shields right off. So now he's streaking to stun me, but I have CC immunity now, so if I can hit him with another frag and another overload, I can do some serious damage. So I don't want to waste all my ultimate because I eventually want to get an Atro down. So what I'm going to do is go with my Magicka Detonation, Degeneration, Crystal Fragment proc, Curse combo. And as you can see, it did some huge damage to him. And now he's on the defensive. He drops a meteor on me. I blocked it. I'm going to bar swap to my defensive bar, buff up, get my shields on, get my health back, and then I'm going to go right back to trying to burst this guy. And the Nightblade from DC comes to help me. He notices he's outgunned, so he turns and runs. I don't blame him. He had a hard time with me in a 1v1. What would he do with a burst Nightblade on his back? This is later on in that same day. Scuba Hills is a Stamina Templar. I believe that Zevenex called for backup because right after Zevenex ran, this Templar came out of nowhere. And as you can see, Zevenex is right back on me. He tries to burst me. I get up, I buff up, I get my health back, pop a potion, full resources. Now it's a 1v2. And Zevenex is outgunned in every way, shape, or form. But he's not going to run this time because he doesn't want to leave his buddy laying on the ground. That would be a cowardly act. So he's going to try and stand his ground and fight, but there's not much he can do with the burst damage that I'm putting out and the burst damage that the Nightblade is putting out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for my Magicka Detonation, Curse, Degeneration, Crystal Proc. Good game. Good night.